Ho, ho, ho. I have been waiting for something like this. It's what I consider BLM's comeuppance. This is coming to us from the Daily Wire. Detroit countersues Black Lives Matter protesters for inciting riots, attacking police. This is written by Tim Pierce, sorry about that. The city of Detroit has launched a countersuit against activist leaders of Black Lives Matter protests over the summer, alleging that they and the group Detroit Will Breathe conspired to cause damage to the city and its residents. The city filed its countersuit in September, less than a month after Detroit Will Breathe, an activist group operating out of Detroit, sued the city government and its police force for allegedly violating protesters' rights during the summer's crackdowns on civil unrest. The city alleged the activists committed civil conspiracy to cause mayhem throughout Detroit and harm its residents, the Intercept reported on Monday. Really quickly, doesn't this is all taking place in Michigan, and there's a certain Michigan elected official who hails from this area. It's rather I just find it really interesting, the connection there. Counter-defendants illegally, maliciously, and wrongfully conspired with one another with the intent to and for the illegal purpose of disturbing the peace, engaging in disorderly conduct, inciting riots, destroying public property, resisting or obstructing officers in charge of duty, and committing acts of violence against counter-plaintiffs and DPD officers, Detroit's countersuit says. Where's RoboCop when you need him? A Detroit judge appeared to side with the activist in early September, issuing an order barring police from using non-lethal crowd-control tools such as batons, shields, gas, rubber bullets, chokeholds, or sound cannons against quote-unquote peaceful protesters. The activists alleged that the police had used excessive force to crack down on demonstrations that erupted in the aftermath of George Floyd's May death in Minneapolis. At the time, Detroit Police Chief James Craig said the restraining order would have no impact on how the police department handled protests and riots. Police officers would continue to use crowd control tools on protests that escalated beyond peaceful. So this is just what the Daily Wire had wrote at the time. Craig has been an outspoken critic of the activists, asserting that they have been pushing for total anarchy. Well, what do you think defund the police really signifies? And that their violent demonstrations have never been about race. In a September interview with Fox News, Craig slammed political leaders in other cities for acceding to the demands of often violent activists. Man, I like this guy. I really do. I wouldn't like to run across him in the streets, but like as far as the side of order being on the side of order, I don't see how this is taking an L. This is total anarchy. And what's obvious is there's political leadership. I've said it before, who not in all cities, but in some cities, who are standing by and saying nothing in fear that they may be attacked, Craig said. But the problem is, okay, so they're not saying anything because this is their handlers' agendas, right? It takes a lot of money to run for office in the United States. And we're talking even at the municipal level. So what happens? People with money go and find people who could use some money and prop them up and ship them on out, and that's how you end up with a lot of and have them basically doing their bidding. If you go and talk to any of these mayors or any of these council reps, they're all beholden to a greater master, one that you can't see but is definitely there, I promise you. But the problem is they're being attacked anyway. So you got to understand what the true agenda is. It's certainly not about race. It's something much deeper than that. And we just need to start talking about it. And we need to stand up and call it what it is, total anarchy. I've literally been saying this for since everything really popped off in the summer, and this just goes to show that it feels good to not be alone in all of this madness. It really does. So yeah, guys, this is a rather short video, I know, but this is what I like to consider BLM comeuppance in America. We have our legal system, and litigation will, square, not square, but definitely what's the term I'm looking for here? Definitely clear a few things up. All right, so with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice. You want to get videos like this every single day? Share because sharing is caring, and YouTube and Bitchute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications. Get something from the Teespring. Check me out on Patreon as well. Links in the description, and speak. Let me know. What do you guys think in the comments? I mean, like, Detroit, like every other urban center in this country, was once a manufacturing hub. They took that ladder of economic opportunity away. And yes, no, not everybody's built to, work in these plants, work in these factories, or to really take or to, uh, be a part of that sort of labor. But it was a very low, a very entry level way towards a better life, being able to purchase a better life for you and your family. And with the removal of that from not just Detroit, all of these urban hubs, it has been nothing but insanity and chaos, and has really played into an agenda that has us really where we are now, where we've seen what's taken place when it comes to the presidential election. So you guys, let me know what you think in the comments, and until the next one.